Hello and welcome to another episode of Crazy Flippin' Mom. I am coming to you today from my closet. This is my happy place, and I thought I would just show you all the discontinued treasures I have collected along my reseller journey. I started discontinued on Amazon. That was where I was most inspired. And I also just have a love for vintage product, like nostalgic from my childhood. I do have really vintage toys. The problem is it's so full. My closet is so full right now. I can't get to the back because it has product from like Halloween and Christmas that I'm going to sell next year. And it's taking up a large section of my closet. That's okay though. It is a lot in here. And I don't know why I keep buying it. But that is just what this problem has become. It started out like I'm going to make a ton of money, and then I find stuff and I'm like, either I find stuff like this stuff was on sale, like when I travel around Iowa and I find stuff that's just deeply clearanced out, and so I get it. Then I find stuff like this, and I just think, how could I leave it? This is from an Ace hardware store. I'm sure there's a date on here. 15 cents though. And I paid $1.49, but how could I have left this? You tell me. Brandon says I should have left it, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. So this wall is like stuff that I should list, but you know, like some people invest in stocks. My mom invests in purses. I invest in discontinued product. I have some Formbees. I have more Formbees. Let's see. More. And I do have some vintage toys. I need to find those because they're amazing. And I actually found this place like 30 minutes. Let me see if I can find something from this place. 30 minutes from this location. Could not believe it. It was like a time capsule, and that's what I really, really love when you walk in and everything just looks so like nostalgic, dusty from your childhood, and you see product on the shelf that you haven't seen in forever. And they had Barbies like packed. They had Star Wars figurines from when they came out originally. And this is the stuff that I ended up, and this is not it, I got a lot from, it was a hardware store, but it was like a small town. They had 3 buildings. One was just a hardware store, but I found tons of the like Krylon Fusion for plastics there. I actually have a whole box up here that's just Goodbye Cracks. A whole box. Why don't I sell it? I need to sell it, right? It's just something I'm focusing on now more. So this is interesting. This is Hammerite rust cap. And I have seen the rust cap in the cans on Instagram. Like if you follow discontinued, I don't share discontinued products. I wouldn't say I'm the queen, or, you know, like I don't give a lot of discontinued content, but it is something that when we travel, I like to stop in hardware stores and find things that are interesting. I sell some of this stuff on eBay. I should be selling it all on eBay. Now, why wouldn't I sell it on Amazon? A lot of this stuff, the receipts are not itemized, and some of it is expired, so it wouldn't even go on eBay. The receipts, you know, from the older hardware stores are just so basic that if there was a problem on Amazon, I would be useless. I found some of the Hammerite products that I have never seen before, and even had a hard time finding any information online, but we went to this store. It was probably like 6 hours from our house. We were on vacation. When we were there's a tornado warning. It was like in the middle of Nebraska, probably. I'm thinking we were probably in the middle of Nebraska, where there's storm chasers and there are tornadoes. So we had to hurry. It was a situation. This is also my hazmat area for Amazon. So I sell a lot of spray paint on Amazon. And so it's all kind of in this closet. Let's see. I'm going to the back. I do have the Hammerite. This is dark green. And I have gold up here, I think. I just need to take this out because I don't even know what's in here. Look. More. Absolutely, right? And if you, is this the gold one? The Hammerites. I think that might be dark green. If you follow Discontinued, you're probably like, what is your problem that you just have all this amazing stuff sitting here? I know. This is the other thing. Maybe my most prized possession in this office is Red Bull Cranberry. It is expired now. Why didn't I sell it? That's just what I'm asking myself a lot looking through this. Why is it in here? Let's see. I need to put all this back because my girl is going to be like, what did you do? What else do I have? So whenever we go to South Dakota, we drive the back road, the back highway home. And number one, it's beautiful. You'll see more of like just the scenery. And there are several grocery stores that are there, but you can tell people aren't going to them very often. So I got a bunch of stuff last time I stuffed there. Again, sometimes I get stuff and I just get so excited in the moment and then think later on. I got a bunch of these Lysols. These were really popular, but now these are so old. I probably have like 10 of these. If you've been around a while in the Discontinued, you know these bleach pens. I didn't even actually know these were in here. I think these guys got stuck in this box because they're a little bit cracked on the bottom. Bleach pens are a fantastic flip on Amazon. Maybe 2 years ago, I started picking them up at hardware stores and finding just great money there. Easy. And I think Discontinued started like fascinate me about Amazon because it took what I loved about reselling clothes, like the high return and the excitement of finding products, and then put it on Amazon, and the exposure was a lot more. I don't know how to say that better. But there is that line. There are things on Amazon that's just, you can't get away with, like the receipts that aren't itemized. Obviously, do not sell expired products on Amazon. So that's where I think I just started hoarding it, because I, for a long time, was just focusing on Amazon. And so these mops, cedar mops, a lot of them are fantastic money. Now, I think these Lysol Ready brushes were one of my first big Discontinued, and I have the whole kit here. I'll show you what they look like. And I have sold these. These boxes are just older, so I could not put them on Amazon. Just remember, you're Discontinued. If you're listing it like new, as new, it needs to be new. And obviously, these have been sitting on the shelf so long. Even though they are new, I don't sell them on Amazon. Just because, you know, this is what these kits look like. Fantastic money. Why aren't they listed already? I don't know. I probably have like 6 or 7 of these. This was my first real find that I was like, holy crap, the money in this stuff. And I always get the questions, who would buy this? Somebody does. Somebody likes this kit and they don't make it anymore. They don't make these refills anymore, and it's their favorite. Why don't they move on? Maybe there's a bigger question that needs to be solved there. I don't know. But in the meantime, I will search the back rows of Nebraska and South Dakota and find it for you. And the other question is, how are you selling it? Like, don't you feel bad you're selling it? No. I was 6 hours from my house in a tornado storm, loading up on this product. And a lot of this stuff you do pay up for because it's small town. Obviously not all. It says 59 cents. It was $1.49. I think they even gave me a discount on it. But a lot of the spray paint I bought, the small town, that like the Ace hardware stores are more expensive than like my Ace hardware store here in town. What else? So we went on vacation. I'm telling you, like, stores. And I think that's the other thing with this product is A lot of it is with my kids and just driving on vacation, and we stop in at a store and they all buy so much crap we don't need. So it has such a story. We drove through this small town. These are like the original Napoleon Dynamite pens. I think these are the broke ones because my kids took the ones that actually work. I have another one here. The grocery store was actually closing. They were liquidating. Just like really interesting stuff. Like, also, I already see things on this that people just don't say anymore. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate, as my daughter would say. So those pens. Anyway, so we stopped at this small, I'm trying to look through here. What do I have? Small grocery store, and everything was liquidated, and it was awesome. Oh, here's my toys. So these were at that grocery store too. And why did I even buy them? But I knew everything was just going to be tossed in the dumpster. And this is where like this weird part of me comes out, that I'm like, I don't know if this is recent. I'm sure I can sell it, right? At least break even in my money. But I just can't, my brain is like, I can't imagine sitting in a dumpster because it's my childhood, maybe. But I bought all of these girls' ponchos. What are they? Like probably 1990s. The original girls' ponchos. And if you like this like vintage Disney stuff, maybe you understand, but I bought this years ago. And sometimes when I am sad, I come in here and I look at all this stuff like, right, I think I made the right decision spending hundreds of dollars, but I don't know. Let me get this other toy. This one is really cool. This is what I was saying, like 30 minutes from my house is like a really cool toy, but it's a toy. It's like a small town. It's like toy store, grocery store, hardware store, all in one. The toys are like this, still sitting on the shelf, never opened. The Casio, cool. I also have a Barbie back here. I'll show you. Max Steel. They had several Barbies. They were expensive though. It makes me some sort of happy. Does this make sense? I hope somebody sees this video that like this makes sense to, because it doesn't make sense to my husband. This is a problem to him. And to me, okay, what else do I have? I mean, I have more, as far as the eye can see, just interesting discontinued products that somewhere along the road I picked up. And even, you know, when we traveled last year too, I don't know about these. Some stuff I'm not exactly sure about. When we traveled, where did we go? Yellowstone. We stopped along the way. So it's these Magic Clean dish drying gloves. Let me know if you've seen these before. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm on these calls and I think you're just here. Like I hear you talking in my head. So I'm talking like there's somebody else here. The other thing, what was I going to say? I remember. In a lot of these stores, you don't get internet service. So you're kind of like, I am far away from home. I'm not probably coming back here. I'll just get it. My girl who comes in and helps me, Kalea. I'm so sorry I've destroyed this closet. I'm going to put it back. These Scrub Daddy. Scrub Daddy is an IP issue on Amazon, if I remember correctly. But they have a cult following, especially these older styles. Don't ask me why. This is my O-Cedar bin. Just O-Cedar mop heads. As far as the eye can see, I think this is another one that I bought that never seen before. What's this one for? Oh, it's mopping pads. I probably have like 6 or 7 styles of the O-Cedar head mops. And I do sell these on Amazon when they're in good condition and I have a good receipt. But a lot of these are just like, you can't get the sticker off. They're kind of mangled and beat up. I don't know. So these ones are new for me. The little scrunch. I have more cedar heads in here. What else is in here? What? Okay, this is the Scotch Brite pet hair remover, which is apparently also a good Bolo one on eBay. I tend to, even on Amazon, one of my things that I source for, and really what I'm researching when I can find stores that I buy in bulk, like for me it's Menards, is a lot of times I look for refills of products, and that's a good area that I tend to like start my research in, refills. And so you'll find even in discontinued, a lot of these, all these products, probably the majority of them are refills, because that's the problem, right? Like even with the stuff I have at my house, it's like finding the refills, and why are they turning them over so quick? And then you can't find the refill and you have to buy. Maybe that's the point that they're making, like you have to buy a whole new caddy. Let's see what's back here. I do need to go through this. And again, some of this is just like I found a really good deal. And so this is Gerber lotion from, and I have a lotion powder that's really interesting somewhere. Okay, what else? Pause. We need to take a coffee break. I need to find something else there. Okay, actually, I just needed to turn around. This, I love finding these. Maybe my favorite flip on Amazon, but I think I might have some on eBay. This is a different product. What am I holding? What are these, like 2 for $60 or maybe 1 for $60? Yeah, this is the product that obviously, can you leave it behind? No, but it always does better on Amazon. You're just finding the right person. The Clorox dust wipes, and there are several different colors of this product. They all do good. And then I know I got this. Why did I buy this? And I was thinking, oh, this is probably going to be good. I'm not sure if it is. Maybe if you know, and you can message me and tell me if I should be selling this stuff. But every store is not great. And so I do feel like some of this, I drive so far, or like we've gone to so many stores and not got something, that I kind of feel obligated at some point just to start picking something up to show for our work. These goof off. You can see these were supposed to go to Amazon. I'm not sure why they didn't make it. Probably because, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. What else is back here? More wipes. The Scott's Liquid Gold Dust and Go. Do you see that side? Scott's Liquid Gold. They have a lot of product. I don't know if they're just discontinued or hard to find. Maybe they're not making them anymore. I guess that would be discontinued. There's a lot of Scott's. I have a lot of Scott's up here. I think this was a Scott's product too that I showed you earlier. A lot of these do good. They're not discontinued, right? They have the newer stuff, because I think this is like a more newer looking product. What's over here? Oh, here, like still in the bag. Still in the bag from when I bought it. Why? Huggies liquid powder. And I just thought, I need that, right? But liquid powder? It seems, I probably have 10 bottles. And you know, this is a problem with topicals, even on Amazon, when you buy this stuff, is they're not sealed great. See how distracted I get sometimes? They're not sealed great, and it's like opened. And so I sell some, I have sunscreen all over in here that I sell on Amazon, and it's kind of a hassle when you get these topicals and you have to like open them, clean them, reseal them, because what? But I do kind of want to see what. Okay, it just looks like lotion, but it has cornstarch in it. Interesting. It feels like that would be like a lot of residue left. Speaking from somebody who has kids. Shake bottle before use, apply hands. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Liquid powder with cornstarch. It just looks like lotion. Here's another one. I sell these, it's a very slow flip. They do sell. I have found on Amazon though, I don't think I have any listed on Amazon anymore, but people have these listed so high, other sellers, like in this, I want to say the $50, $60 range. You just weren't moving them. And so I think that's the other thing with discontinued product is you get on like a keep a chart and there's not a ton of information because there's sellers in and out, very inconsistent, or it's been years before it's been sold or found before. So you don't really know exactly how to price this stuff. So a lot of times you just match the other sellers there. That's not always the case because sometimes you want to like hold out for a better price, but you're getting on and thinking $60, that would be great. You list your product and it sits forever. And so then you start thinking, this price is too high. And I'm sure to other people, when you start lowering your price, you kind of look like you're tanking, but you want to sell the product at the end of the day. And some of it can be super unrealistic pricing. This is so old. Why am I like this? I have several bottles of this. Tide Stain Release. I bought this 3 years ago, probably. Still sitting on my shelf. A pretty big flip. Hopefully too, from this video, you'll be like looking at some stuff. If you're interested in discontinued, obviously it's just products, brands, logos. They're different. They're older. So, you know, they're discontinued. What else? I didn't even come over here. A lot of chlorine I'm seeing from a couple of years ago. You know, what do you do with that after you're... Oh, here's something. Like, we did sell a lot of chlorine a couple years ago, and now that we're not selling it as much, we have some returns or whatever. Like, what are you going to do with it? These big jugs of chlorine. This is another one, a pretty good flip. I think on Amazon why it's in here is I was going to sell it on... Some of this stuff is supposed to immediately go on Amazon, and then something comes up with it, like it's restricted, or, what's the other word? I'm trying to think of it. I'll think of it, though. This is actually a newer one for me. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, but you know, I guess I don't follow a lot of discontinued, so I shouldn't say that. A lot of times there's no sellers on Amazon on this product. You can find it locally, so it's kind of a name or price situation. You know what's super interesting is I just found, you know, like, this seems real conspiracy theorist, so maybe this shouldn't be in there, but like a couple months ago, there was tons of children's Tylenol way clearance out. Maybe it's because it's almost expired. Yeah, that's why. And now there is a shortage on children's Tylenol. I'm glad I just found this because we needed some at our house. Like, I can't, you know, when you are actually searching through this and you find gold. So that's coming home with me. Maybe I have some more back here. A lot of this is also just things that were big flips on Amazon at one point. And you sell them in like 2-pack, 3-pack, and then you have a rando left over here. No AD is a good one, but you really have to watch expiration dates because a lot of the stuff is past expiration. Also, other stuff that I just have, these goodie pins, clips. Doesn't that just take you back to a simpler time? Okay, what else? We have some stuffing sacks. This is a product that I know I picked up, not because I know if it's good or not, but I was so frustrated I wasn't finding anything for a long time of this trip. So, and there was no internet. Still here. I couldn't find any good information about this. So, here we go. Here we go. Some corn husker lotion. This was a good flip a while ago, and then I got this because the store gave me such a good deal. They're trying to get rid of it, but I think when I looked on Amazon, the brand was on the listing, so maybe you could let me know. I also have a bunch of Tinactin that I got discounted, but again, I think it was too close to expiration. If you're new to Amazon, your stuff has to be within a certain time frame. You can't just sell really close because it's not there yet. Like if you're selling vitamins, they have to be able to get through the whole vitamin thing, like 30-pack, 60-pack, 90-pack without it being expired. And there are different dates. So just Google it. Maybe we can put a link for expiration dates because different products have different time frames. I tend to like go 4 months out, just especially because I do a lot of FBA. I want to give it a little bit of time. That's maybe not enough now that I think about it. Maybe like 5 months. A lot of that's over, but still, that doesn't, like, if you got a product and it was 4 months to expiration, but then you have products like Little Debbie. I could really go on a rant. Little Debbie that come out and they're on the shelf and it expires next week, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away. So close. What else do I have? Just a whole bunch of gear that... Oh, this is a box like way beginning of my Amazon discontinued journey. And I picked this up. I started selling about a year before quarantine and shutdown happened, and things really changed during the quarantine COVID era when it first started because price issues, and you couldn't sell this product on Amazon. It just wasn't worth it anymore because a lot of this is like soap products. So it looked like price gouging, and so you needed to take it down, and sellers were getting in trouble for that. So I took a lot of this product down at that time, and so it ended up in boxes, and I never put it back. And do you guys remember, like, at the height of everyone was home, people were buying their hair products. Hair clippers were huge, like hair dye was huge, but I had a bunch of stuff that was discontinued, and I just ended up taking it down because people were complaining, leaving bad reviews, so I just took it down anyways, but it never went up again. I have a lot of the 6A, and I'm not sure if this was a good color or I just found a good deal. I can't even remember, but it just kind of brings me back to a time when hair clippers, we're doing our hair at home, we were doing chalk art. What else were we doing? We were making bread. We were learning how to like proof. I don't even know what it's called. I shouldn't even try. This really sums it up. I've gone through a lot here, and my eyes have been opened that I think Brandon was right. This is a problem. I should be selling this product. And 2023 is about making more money. Selling the product that you have on the shelf. And actually, when I started selling on Poshmark, that's where I started selling. Posh Love, Posh Community. I had Posh parties. I went to the Posh events. I started just selling stuff we had to kind of we were decluttering. We were getting rid of, like, downsizing. I feel like that was the era too. Like, does this bring you joy? No, get rid of it. So we had empty shelves everywhere. We had nothing left. But I think I need to revive that energy and downsize, and that is a 2023 goal, is to get rid of all this stuff, because now moving in a different direction with reselling, I just don't have the space to have everything. If you could see this way in my closet, I can't move much farther into my closet because I have like bins of Halloween product, return costumes. So I definitely feel like going through all this makes me realize this is the year I want to kind of streamline our business again. And as much as I love this discontinued, I'll never get rid of all of this. And some of these toys are so nostalgic. I just bought to save them from the dumpster. But it is maybe a problem that I have so much here. So it is overwhelming. Brendan doesn't even come in here because he says he's overwhelmed. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. But I'm going to take you along on this journey of downsizing this closet. What sells, what I sell it for. Hopefully make some money back to go on vacation and go do something that I love to do and spend time with my kids. I'm always looking for reasons to go to the beach. So maybe if I sell enough product here, I can go to the beach. Or probably more realistically, pay a bill, buy some groceries. Anyways, I hope this was fun. I hope if you are looking to get into the discontinued world, it is alive and thriving. You can make great money. Discontinued is great if maybe you have a smaller budget and you need to make a splash with that money, a great return. That's going to happen with discontinued product. It just takes time. Like everything, you have to understand what's going to move fast, all of the things. But hopefully you saw some brands here. You saw some products here that maybe you have just sitting at your local grocery store collecting dust, because a lot of times that's what's happening. They're just in the back of the shelf collecting dust, and you can pick them up, flip it for somebody who needs it, make some cash, make everybody happy. That's a win-win-win. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. If you liked this video, if you liked this content, feel free to share it with your friends. Leave a comment, like the video. I would appreciate it. Until next time, cheers.